I'm Steve Morgan, founder of Cybersecurity Ventures and editor-in-chief at Cybercrime magazine. As part of our ongoing coverage on cybercrime, we recently spoke to several top experts about how they see it. But before we check in with the CISOs, we caught up with Anna Collard, SVP Content Strategy and Evangelist at KnowBe4 Africa.
So if I compare cybercrime to the way it was about 20 years ago when I first started in the industry, the job of a CISO or for anyone responsible for cybersecurity has just become so much more complex. The attack surface has just increased exponentially. Back in the day, we had to protect a network and look after a firewall, maybe an IDS or IPS. Nowadays, we talk about emerging technology, we talk about IoT, we talk about attacks on critical infrastructure. There's a shift in the industry away from your more traditional financial services to manufacturing, to critical infrastructure. And that in itself has impacts way beyond just the financial damages. That has a real impact on societies, on economies. And yeah, it's just gotten more complicated.
Cybersecurity Ventures expects global cybercrime costs to grow by 15% over the next 5 years, reaching $10.5 trillion USD annually by 2025, up from $3 trillion USD in 2015. Are these overinflated figures, or is cybercrime really causing that much damage to the world? We asked 4 of the industry's top CISOs.
Cybercrime, I believe, is that bad. One reason is because there's many crimes that go unreported. I can tell you personally, I'm friends with a small logistics company here in East Tennessee. The CEO is a friend of mine, and when discussing with him, he had a recent ransomware incident that never even got reported. So I'm confident with the numbers that are being reported, those are underrepresented numbers.
My personal experience living through several is that those things happen very quickly, and there's a lot to recover from. There is a lot of remediation cost that goes along with it.
It's incredible, and the number of ways that you can get hit as an organization and the way that the dollars add up. My organization's perspective, the amount that we're investing to try to counter that is growing at the double-digit range as well. So that all seems to make sense.
If we look at all the connected devices, and you read anywhere from 50 to 80 billion connected devices coming online. I don't know any business who doesn't have a technical footprint. The more you process online, the more connected devices, the higher the risk and the impact.
Cybercrime isn't always caused by sophisticated criminals. Ian Anthony Baxter, Chief Information Security Officer UK at Bank of Ireland, which provides simple, flexible financial services to UK customers both directly and through partnerships with well-known UK brands, knows all too well the responsibility that organizations of all types and sizes have to protect themselves.
Malicious cybercrime is what I'm kind of separating out from the more passive cybercrime which we're now facing. For example, if we've got a case where we have a vulnerability that's known, we haven't patched it, we haven't fixed it, and suddenly that becomes a vector for an attack, well, that's just poor maintenance on our side, really. It's often the press release is a sophisticated hack or a sophisticated attack, and when you dig into it, they aren't really that sophisticated. It's stuff that could have been avoided, and that's kind of secondly supported when you look at the remediation that was taken. It was stuff that could have been done before.
According to Cybersecurity Ventures, if it were measured as a country, then cybercrime, which is predicted to cost the world $8 trillion in 2023, would be the world's third largest economy after the US and China. However, as cybercriminals continue to grow and advance, so will the industry's CISOs as leaders in the war against cybercrime, one of which is Devin Bryan, Global Chief Information Security Officer at Carnival Corp, the world's largest leisure travel company.
Bad actors will continue to find new, more innovative, more sophisticated, more stealthy ways to try to ply their trade. You think about all the crimes that have been perpetrated for centuries in the physical world. That's what we're experiencing right now in the cyber world. I'm encouraged by the talent that we see coming into the industry. I'm encouraged by some of the technology innovation that we're being exposed to, that's increasingly being brought to bear as a force multiplier to help cyber defenders like me keep our companies, our communities, our cities, and our citizens safe.
Cybercrime is relentless, and Cybercrime magazine is on top of it. For more information, including the latest facts, figures, and statistics which convey the magnitude of the cyber threat we're up against, visit us at cybersecurityventures.com. This special production is sponsored by KnowBe4, the world's first and largest new school security awareness training and simulated phishing provider that helps you manage the ongoing problem of social engineering. To learn more about our sponsor KnowBe4, visit knowbe4.com.